Okay, scooter tramps and chopper jockeys all across the land. It's just after 9 p.m. on the East Coast, 8 p.m. here in Mitchell, South Dakota, where we sit high atop Television Hill in the Clockworks Motorcycle Campus. We're bringing you this program every week, Sunday, 9 p.m. through the courtesy of Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio. I'm Chris with Cycle Source Magazine. I will be your host for the next 90 to 120 minutes of two-wheel bullshit with my crew.
Howdy, howdy.
I just figured out why you guys moved to Mitchell, South Dakota.
What?
Because
An extra hour.
An extra hour in a day,
hour.
right? So I want to address something real quick. Somebody up here said, can we talk about SmokeOut? Can we not talk about SmokeOut? I was going to ride in Saturday and got roped into going to a ball game for my stepson's birthday instead. Listen, man, disappointing children is a long-standing tradition in motorcyclism. I don't know what to tell you. There's going to be another ball game. There's only one SmokeOut this year. You figure it out.
It's his stepson. Come
Well,
on.
I'm saying it's not. It's like you're. It's,
Well, you said stepson.
Yeah.
How old's the kid? Is he 18? If he's 18, bring him to SmokeOut.
there you
Come
go.
on now.
Eric Martin, yes, definitely I want to go. So it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, monkey. Who needs core memories?
Yeah, right?
Core memories, blah, blah, blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
So SmokeOut is going to be awesome. It may kill both of us in the process because holy shit has it been. The last 2 weeks since we've been home from Sturgis have been an absolute blur.
I don't know if it's gonna if SmokeOut will kill us or if we're gonna kill each other. I'm not sure. It's gonna be one or the other though.
It's been crazy here, man. And listen,
Oh, 21st birthday for you gotta bring him to SmokeOut.
Right?
Dude.
That-
No
listen.
21-year-old wants to go to a ball
What-
game.
yeah,
for-
what baseball?
for
Let's
their
get
Just
birthday.
take
drunk.
a picture.
What'd you
If
say?
not, take a picture, Photoshop yourself in. They'll think you were there.
Do what we did with Mark at Sturgis. Get a
Yeah, right.
life-size cardboard cutout. It works. The cardboard cutout will have way more fun than he will. At least that's what happened to Mark.
Dude,
Oh, hey,
and everybody enjoyed seeing me that year.
Right?
you had the best Sturgis you ever had. That's all I'm going to say. You were on every
you
stage.
got violated in
Yeah.
so many
Yep.
so many ways.
Oh, Heather, look, your mom said she could help.
Hi, Miss Judy. What can you help with, Mom?
What do you think? The death part.
Oh,
But I'm telling you, Eric, 21 years old, like, you gotta bring him to SmokeOut. That's like a
Yeah.
rite of passage.
Talk about
dude.
core memories.
That's a core
yeah,
memory.
he'll enjoy that way more than the ball game. Trust me.
Oh, man. So, listen, there's so much to talk about with SmokeOut. We got killer bands coming up. So, this year's band lineup, if you guys haven't been watching any of the social media or anything, we're starting things off on Thursday. Last year, we extended the whole way into Thursday with a full lineup. The guys in this post are Dazer, killer band.
And Shaker.
Shaker on Friday night with Cody Parks and the Dirty South. If you guys haven't checked them out, they're absolute riot. And then the big
they're
one,
really good.
Saturday night, buddy, the big one, Texas Hippie Coalition and Big House Pete. And them, one for
That'll
the
be
road.
awesome.
It's gonna be so good.
Yep.
Mark, did Chris show you the new shirt for this year? Or one of the new shirts?
This one time at SmokeOut.
Yeah. I said I put an order in for all shirts this year, so
Oh, dude.
How
I'm
good.
pre-ordering.
Yep.
I did tell Cochran he needs to pre-order a shirt just so he gets one. He was laughing.
No, I'm gonna put his
Oh, yeah.
his aside for him without a doubt.
We got to give him one of everything since Jeff was the official character this year.
Jim Grady, I can
Spe-
call and
speaking
tell
of-
you that your long lost aunt in Salisbury, North Carolina just died and the funeral starts. Oh,
Yeah, funeral starts Thursday.
Nick, no countdown allowed. Stop.
Professional monkey, was there a flute involved? Oh. There could be. Right now it's a couple outhouses we're building, but that's a
Right.
whole other story.
Oh boy.
So what'd you think of the Shithouse Drag Races trophy, Mark?
Yeah, it's super cool. Yeah, those things look fantastic.
The best part is me here the other day, like Clocks is kind of a respectable business. You know what I mean? Like people come here, they're very taken by the awe of the clock empire here. And then there's me standing next to a shitty old trailer with 2 toilet seats that I'm spray painting metallic gold. And all I can think is, God, how did Brian end up letting me in the door here?
Right. But I got to tell you, like, they're all, like, we have all the artwork laid out, and they're all coming up to us on the down low going, we really want to go to SmokeOut. We really want to go to SmokeOut. Oh, I'm like,
Good times.
Well, tell them they're in great anti. Give them that line.
oh,
So,
yeah.
somebody was asking the question, if you're not sure what we're talking about when we say shithouse drag races, it's just like drag racing. 2 bikes line up with 2 guys on it, Christmas tree, ready to go. We hook 2 ropes to those bikes, and behind them are 2 outhouses. 2 guys have to sit in the outhouses. It's a team sport. The Christmas tree goes off. First ones across the line win. We're going to bracket it down to the ultimate shithouse drag race duo, dynamic duo of the evening.
So are Trikes allowed in the outhouse drag races asking for a friend? I don't know why they wouldn't be. That
Yeah.
might be
Why
like,
wouldn't they be?
Yeah,
Yeah, why not?
It's really about how much shit you can dump on the guy inside the outhouse because there is no door.
Yeah, right.
We're giving you a paintball mask and a chest protector. That's it.
You're on your own. Oh, it's going to be
And there'll
fun.
be GoPros
I'm
in
looking
each one.
forward to it.
GoPros in each one.
oh, good Lord.
All right, man. Well, listen, like I said at the top of the hour, if this is your first time tuning in, thank you for checking us out here at ShopTalk every
I'm
Sunday.
guessing that a lot of these new viewers are from Pro Monkey
Oh, yeah.
Nation. Thank you guys. We appreciate you. Hopefully you dig the show enough to stop in every once in a while.
We're gonna get the monkey awfully fast, so we don't hold you guys up.
Nate,
from
he can use a trike. Hopefully there will
Yeah.
be 2 trikes, head-to-head trikes.
Yep. Steve Broyle's in the house. Good deal.
Poppy.
All right, so let's get down to this. So every week our show starts off with some of the same bullshit. You know, we usually yuck and hee for a minute. Then we get down to the real business, a little segment that we call
Done news.
the Shop Talk World Report is brought to you by Law Tigers. Get the compensation you deserve and get back on the road with Law Tigers. Heather, I'm going to have you walk through the first news thing while I get the page up.
I don't have the
I'm just
news.
I'm just going to tell the truth because my news page is totally not ready.
So it's actually, the first piece is this one that we're going to be kind of talking to Monkey about tonight. It's the statement that Harley released amidst all the controversy and brouhaha. Oh, wait a minute, real quick. Amber Stanley is in the house. She is the artist, one of our Thankful artists,
Yeah.
Bitchin' Customs. Amber,
Nice.
thank you so much for 2 years in a row donating your time and talent. Hopefully someday you can make it to SmokeOut, and if you do, just let me know. You are taken care of for life.
Wait a minute. Dave Nicholson says, I'm new, I watch Pro Monk.
Dave!
I also think you work in the
Wait a
building here
minute,
with
Dave.
us.
Oh, we're fighting.
All right, let's go on to the news. So
Okay.
Harley-Davidson, you guys are all, I'm sure, aware of Robbie Starbucks and his outrageous video that's tore through the social media airwaves, getting all kind of crazy traffic. Well, Harley-Davidson remained pretty quiet about the whole thing. Like, you know, even us inside the media were trying to get any kind of statements or anything, and they would give up nothing. So it was kind of a shock this past Monday when they finally broke out with a statement, and it was kind of it sort of went backwards a little bit, right? I mean,
Yeah, I think so.
you know, all along they and their supporters were saying, hey, it's really not like that. You know, Robbie is in sensational journalism, and you know, it's not quite how he made it out.
He's
but-
kind of a clickbaiter. Like he's definitely a lot about the clickbait. I think, in the way he presents it.
Steve Acosta, I'm either stoned or I am just that confused. What the
Could
heck
be
is this
both.
all about? Okay, so Robbie Starbucks is an internet journalist, right? Best known for his work with John Deere and Tractor Supply. He is, an investigative reporter.
Yeah.
Most recently, he went on a discovery piece about Harley-Davidson and their links to DEI-based operations like United Way and, you know, and LGBTQ operations that were happening at the museum facility. It's scorned a lot of their customer base. So a lot of their customers have come out and said, if this is what Harley-Davidson's paying attention to, you know, they're not getting my vote for my next motorcycle. A lot of other people have just came out and said, you know, specifically, why not just stick to motorcycles? So the thing we're going to get to later on in the show here is to talk about that a little bit. But the official company line is the fact that, you know, they, like every other company in the United States, strives to be equal, give everybody an opportunity when it comes to their business, their community. They over and over reiterate their main mission statement, which is United We Ride. It defines how we run our business, treat our people, and underscores our commitment to welcoming and all. But later on in this same press release that they let out, they talk about how they're no longer going to go after HCR scoring. You know, they've changed some of their approaches to this. So, like I said, it may be a little bit going back.
Yeah, because it does. I do think some of their policy changes, according to this, maybe happened as a result of some of the hubbub and controversy. But
so listen, rather than just keep teasing on this, let's get Monkey on with us and just get into it.
So real quick, Dave Nicholson is a different Dave Nicholson. Oh. So sorry, dude.
We're throwing on
hate when that happens.
So to date, I think Robbie Starbucks broke the internet 4 or 5 times in the last month.
Monkey?
Yeah, with a couple different companies that he turned his fangs on. Yeah.
Yeah. And he really has, man. And here's the thing: I'm all for the people that want to jump right out there and say, hey, you know, this is not who Harley's customer is. You know, pay attention to the core, blah blah blah. Everything that you would imagine is going on out there, but it's not Harley-Davidson. I mean, it is directly in this particular instance. It's Harley-Davidson. The problem really is the way things have deteriorated in the United States. You know, that we have to be, because like what Heather and I said, you know, one of the things Robbie Starbucks brought up was the fact that they were having LGBTQ events at the museum property. You know what I mean? But can you imagine, like, they make that property available for other people to rent?
Yeah, like
out.
we could rent it.
Can you imagine if the LGBTQ community came out and said, hey, we want to rent that? Or more importantly, they actually rented it to the Republican National Convention. Can you imagine if they told some of these people no, that they couldn't rent that property?
That would be discrimination. So you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. I feel like.
Do you question maybe that he's doing some of this solely for his own?
Oh, he absolutely is.
Or his own.
No,
I mean,
he absolutely
is.
So
how much can you take what he says? You know, I mean, to me, that's what that looks like. He's just with Tractor Supply, with all that. He's jumping in there just to get his more of a push for his work.
He is doing that, dude. But if it's based in fact, that's not the point. You know what I mean? Like just because it blows him up and puts money in his pocket and funds his team, like he readily admits, that's neither here nor there. The truth is the truth. And the truth is, we have gone way out of the way in the United States of companies who made products, who built communities around the product. We've got to a place where you have to have all of these other stopgaps in place to make sure you're not going to hurt anybody's feelings, you're not going to alienate anyone, or somebody's going to come after you with a lawsuit, and they're going to shut your company down no matter how good your product is.
There are a lot of perspectives here. So first off, this is based on a comedic movie, but it may as well be a documentary. If you remember the end of the movie The Anchorman with Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
So he's a news anchor, he's failing, it's not going well. And at the end of the movie, he says, well, let's just cut and follow this car chase. And they do. And it was a joke, but it was supposed to be sort of a statement on how things actually happened to the news world years ago, as they realized that car chases, crashes, shootouts, sensationalism, et cetera, gets views. And so it even shows in the movie how, when they go to the car chase, suddenly the live counter of viewers goes to like millions, and they're like, oh, well, that's what we're going to do now forever, is we're going to chase every burning house, right? So a friend of mine said recently, the news only reports on a house if it's on fire.
That's valid.
Right? So that's,
yeah.
And in 2024, as awful as it may be, and it's funny me saying that, having the YouTube channel, the world revolves around views and likes and comments and shares et cetera, et cetera. And nothing drives that more than a fight,
Yeah.
than controversy, than telling you what you should be mad at. And I actually think this really bent me out of shape, this whole process, and not in defense of Harley, but because I can't stand it when someone tells me what I should be mad at. Like I can form my own opinion. And I really think that some of these, not just him, there's lots of them. There's many people who jumped on this bandwagon, and even a lot of smaller YouTube channels said, oh, here's my chance to go viral. And so they jumped on and had their own little hissy fit on a video, and et cetera, et cetera. But just like you said, Chris, if you're going to be mad at Harley-Davidson for having had these conversations or having a sustainability, team on the board, et cetera, you need to be mad at every company in the world.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You need to take a gun and shoot your GM truck. You need to go, whatever. Every company's having these discussions and having this work. Now you can go too far with it. You can be a little wacky, but it's just business in 2024. And for someone to sensationalize, frankly, edit videos, take videos of a person and pick that piece that goes, oh, this makes them look really bad. This is the one I'm going to lead with. Or take one sentence of a press conference and use that. That's predatory. That's scumbag stuff.
Oh, it is.
And it bothers me. And I think that we need to be mad at the people that try to make us mad, who try to tell us who to hate.
Well, and that was one of the big things in all of this, man. Is like, a couple Harley dealers. Actually, one of them we were supposed to have on this show tonight, and because this got so controversial, even though he had very, very articulate points and was able to really dissect what Robbie had done there. Even though he had a great perspective to offer this conversation, he felt like he couldn't be part of it. And there is the fucking problem, dude. I'm sorry. There goes my mouth. But when we lose the ability to have an intellectual debate, even if it's vigorous, when we lose the ability to talk to each other, we lose, period. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's where this has taken us.
Yep.
There's actually, and I don't know if I'll say this correctly, and my wife have to scream from off camera, but one of the things was that I think it was Starbucks that said that companies should never involve themselves in social causes ever, of any kind. The company should pull out of all, just make the product, just sell the product. I think that's really easy to say, but what happens when Harley pulls out a Wounded Warrior?
Right.
Or pulls out of the billions of things that we all heavily support and believe in.
More than that, man, let's go back and talk about what would have happened if Milton Hershey early on would have decided, hey, I'm not building a park for kids. I'm not building schools. I'm not going to build hospitals. Because that was my argument before the days of ravenous capitalism. Companies like Hershey and Budweiser and these great American icons, they literally built communities all around.
Right.
Where they develop those products,
And
again,
Heather,
you can't
that's
just
incredibly eye-opening perspective there when they said the meltdown about the events they had at the museum, that's an open event space that can be rented. I didn't even think of that until you said that. I hadn't gone down that path of like finding out about the LGBTQ events because that just didn't interest me. It doesn't apply to me. I don't care.
Right.
Again, someone telling me something I should be mad about doesn't work. I'm like, nope, I don't hear you. But I hadn't realized, that's just a, you have to, if you're going to make the space available, it has to be available or you're going to get sued.
Right.
You cannot say, well, not only these people.
Yeah, exactly.
and
You
only
either have to say no to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing. You took it if you're going to offer it to somebody, you can't hold somebody out. I think Chris had said earlier something about you can't segregate anybody through any of this. You may not agree with their opinion, but that doesn't mean you remove them from everything that's going on. The world is still everybody's world. It's not your world. You can't make those decisions. And kudos to Harley in the long run for maybe stepping back a hair and identifying what was going on here. And Monkey, you said it perfectly. You're a scumbag for trying to find that one word or take that little picture or whatever. All you're doing is trying to make yourself look better. It's sad that it comes down to that, but it does come down to that today.
And here's something that I thought was powerful. We were at our local Harley dealer yesterday, and the sales manager there, Sturgis, actually has his own channel, Sturgis. He actually does reviews and stuff and talks about dealership operations. It's really interesting stuff to see inside a dealer. And the channel's newer. We stopped by to see him, and Stogie's like, dude, We have people calling and insulting the people who answer our phones.
Yeah, come on.
We have
man.
people calling and saying, oh, or they'll actually take up a salesman's time, like take a salesperson off the floor and stroke them for 2 hours on a bike, and then say, I just want you to know now I'm not buying it because you're woke, and they walk out. That dude is trying to work for a living.
Yep.
You know, like he's trying to make a paycheck so he can feed the family, et cetera, and you're taking his time because you have some sort of social crusade because some idiot on the internet told you to do that. That's ridiculous. Like, people are trying to make a living, and if you boycott a company because you don't like their policies, you're not hurting the CEO that you have a problem with.
Right.
You're hurting the factory worker.
Amen.
You're hurting all those people in the chain
Yep, exactly.
that work on those products.
Yeah,
It's just stupid.
And,
Yeah,
you know?
Daniel H. said
and
that
thank
before.
God they make multiple flavors of ice cream, because if everybody liked vanilla, this would be a really boring world. So
The whole thing's stupid. And to hear, I feel really bad for people who work in this business who have been just flat abused for the last couple of weeks by essentially internet provocateurs. That's really what this is.
That's a good term right there.
Very, very, very valid point. Because at the end of the day, you're not only affecting Harley-Davidson as a whole, but just like you said, Monkey, and Daniel H. said it earlier, trying to get people to boycott an American company will directly cost American jobs. That's at the factory level, that's at the dealership level, that's all across the board. And
over someone's opinion.
over one man's opinion and one man's take on relaying partial facts or partial how he interpreted partial
information.
things.
Yeah.
Well, and listen, like
Sad.
at the same time too, you know, I mean, we have to start out by saying, you know, this is not an operation. We have never been the flip your patch, right? We've never been that kind of. We're all chopper guys. We love customizing motorcycles and everything, but at the end of the day, this is about self-preservation too, because if you don't believe that taking down Harley-Davidson would drive the aftermarket into the ground, would drive our event spaces, our artisan and craftsmen, every single part of this is connected to that bar and shield, and having them do well provides a foundation for all of us. It does.
Think about how many companies that the aftermarket provides jobs for. Trask, Clockworks, Bagger Nation, I mean, and you can go on and on and on. So it doesn't just affect Harley-Davidson at the corporate level. You have all of these aftermarket companies supplying parts for these brand new motorcycles. And if you're going to take down the giant, you're going to take everybody with it. What good does that do for the American economy?
Trickle down effect.
It's tragic. It really is. It's and also, why were we listening to a non-biker in the first place? Like, have you looked at this little weasel? I don't care if the guy likes me or doesn't like me. Like, why would I listen to him? He doesn't know anything about our world or what we do or the history of it or any of these things. But yet, he does a video, it goes viral. This is actually what happened. He does a video, it goes viral. And then everyone else smelled blood in the water, and they just try and duplicate whatever video he did. Because, again, all of these people online, they live off of clicks and views and likes, and that's it, and shares, and that's all they want, is they want the views. And so you see just a vicious cycle of, well, that one worked a little bit, so I'm going to do another one, and then another one. And then you have these channels, the last 8 videos they did were nothing but that. And fun fact, I texted my contact at Harley. I'm not sponsored or anything, I just know them, and said, hey, dude, he's a really nice guy. Chris, you know who I'm talking about. I'm sure the same dude you know. And I'm like, look, man, your life sucks right now and it's not fair. And just know that some of us know this is just mainly bullshit. And he said, yeah. And the funny thing is, he sent me back. Would you like to know the stats? The actual hard stats?
Oh my God, please. Please tell me you actually have. See, Monkey, this is why you're so much better than us. This is why you're better than us. No. It is.
Give me 30 seconds. Talk amongst yourselves. I just have to find his the conversation. Okay, here it is. I found it.
Okay.
So and I said, sorry that that went that way. So this is Black Hills Harley's Sturgis stats. Remember they said no one's going to Sturgis, no one's at the Harley tent, everyone's out on the news was all this stuff. Okay, for Black Hills Harley during the rally this year, new motorcycle sales were up 26% over
Yep.
last year. They sold 26% more
Yep.
bikes this year than last year. This is after this had started. Used bike sales were up 7% over last year, and parts and accessory sales were up 5% on the year over year.
It's up.
Yeah. On the year
Up is
before
up.
an anniversary, that's a good point.
That's
So these
pretty
are
good.
this should have been the weakest year, right? The 84th will be weaker historically. Then the 85th will be a monster that none of us even want to go to. It'll be so bad. And then the 86 will drop off. So this is the last year before an anniversary, and new bike sales are up 26%. Your boycott was not successful.
And I got to tell
know?
you something too, man. I was in and out of Harley-Davidson's location down on Lizelle that they were specifically talking about, and they showed in the video that there's no traffic there. That was total bullshit. I don't know what time of day they were there, but every time that I went in, I think the rally overall was kind of down this year, so
Yeah.
that Black Hills having numbers that were up is incredible, because I think the numbers over the whole rally were down in a 5-year capacity, you know what I mean, like year over year, but I don't think it was greatly down, and for sure there wasn't a problem with traffic at the Harley-Davidson activation. Like that just didn't happen. I want to get to real quick. Mark Hendricks says,
There you go.
and Mark Hendricks, great supporter of this show. Mark is is inside of a dealership, helps us with everything, and he's another one that's a fantastic conversation all the time. He says the irony is that our culture is extremely inclusive by nature, with the common denominator being the motorcycle and riding. And that's the thing, man. Like somebody said earlier, what Robbie Starbucks didn't understand is that this community that surrounds this product is such a cultural movement. You don't get it. We were all misfit toys, right? We were the island of misfit toys when we all came to motorcycling, and we defend each other ferociously.
Yep.
You know, we look out for causes. We take care of each other. Like you didn't get it right from the get-go.
So I want to real quick address Sparky. What about the 1250 series bikes going overseas? That's hopefully, if everything goes according to plan, that's just a temporary fix while they're retooling a factory. It was either not make that motor family anymore or move it overseas for a year while they retool the factory.
And see,
so
this
in the
was-
long run,
This was something we talked about last week. I'm just going to throw that out in real quick. Last week we talked about this, that this was kind of clickbait on behalf of Revzilla, because Revzilla put that headline out, Harley-Davidson going overseas. And after we got the information from the inside that they actually went to their dealer principals and said, look, here's the deal. We can either shut down the model families that have this motor for the year while we retool this factory and spend $9 million on retooling it, or we can move the production overseas for that time and then bring it back. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, the percentage that they had of sales of, you know, both the Pan American and and the Sportster is not going to be the kind of sales that they would burden any of the other model families with. You know, so I think again we get caught up in this need to sensationalize in a story like that. But what did you think when that whole thing went down, Monkey? Was that a clear picture for you right off the bat?
Well, I mean, it really quelled my urge to go buy a Sportster S. I was really excited about a Nightster or a Sportster S, and it just dashed all my hopes and dreams of buying one. I didn't, again, you hear that and you're like, oh, bummer, and then I always go, well, is that the whole story? And then you look, and then real quick you can find out that was not the whole story.
Yeah.
You got them going,
Right.
these are bikes that sales are extremely low in the U.S. anyway.
Right.
We need to retool a factory, ship production overseas. It was the right business decision to send them overseas for a year, retool factory, bring them back. Now, you said this last week, Christo. We still got to watch this space, right?
Right.
You still got to go like, will they go like, well, I don't know, we're making more money on them now that we're made over there.
Right.
You know, like that kind of thing. But again, I'm not a Sportster S, Nightster, Pan Am potential customer, so I really don't care where they make them. You know, but that's a whole other topic. You know.
So, you know, talking about we got to watch what's going on. I said that because specifically, I'll tell you, like, I don't like everything about Zeitz. I don't like a lot of his policies.
globalist.
Yeah, a lot of the things that he stands for, and we won't even get into that right now. You know, I think there's probably better candidates for that position at that company, but I'm not even on the board of directors, so what the hell are they going to listen to me about? But when I say things like, okay, this is really good rationale for them to move this production over while they're going to reinvest in an American factory, just on the backside of it, you have to make sure that production is going to come back, because the danger there is, the global economy is intoxicating, right?
So
If
I
they
actually
can
want
find a
to
place to do it cheaper,
Yeah.
I want to
that's
address.
what the problem.
Oh, sorry, Mark.
Mrs. Monkey. Can you imagine if Harley-Davidson let me run that company? I'd have free motorcycle day, all kind of, it'd be like, yeah, you're out.
So I want to address Greg L. from YouTube. It says, "My God, is this live stream to provide excuses for everything Harley does? It's like you're all HD employees." Actually, quite the contrary, Greg. We don't actually get any sponsorship or advertising dollars.
Harley-Davidson doesn't pay a
Harley-Davidson
single bill
doesn't-
here, so.
They don't give us motorcycles. They don't sponsor us through the magazine or through ShopTalk. It's more about addressing the elephant in the room of clickbait and how people can be so easily swayed in today's world. And I think, like, one of the basic things that I want to say is, like, and I hate to use this analogy, but when somebody commits a heinous crime, whether it be murder or whatever, the best thing you can do is to not say their name and not sensationalize
But that's
them.
not what happens.
And I think, and that's not what happens, but I think that's what needs to happen with a clickbaiter that's trying to damn American businesses. Because he's done it not just to Harley-Davidson, but John Deere and several other American companies that can have a tremendous effect on the overall economy. That's the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
And let's not forget,
Go ahead,
let's go also to your point, Heather. I think what this guy's also missing is, we may not be the people that will go buy a new Harley. We take the Harleys we have, we customize them, we change them, we do all kinds of stuff. So if we don't voice our opinion, then maybe nobody hears about this. Maybe some people aren't hearing about this in the first place. So whether it's, of course, we don't work for Harley-Davidson. We don't get endorsements for Harley-Davidson. But again, you had said before, if it wasn't for that V-twin platform, if it wasn't for that bar and shield, none of us would be on this show right now. Nobody would be watching it.
Right. Yep, absolutely. Valid. If it wasn't for the bar and shield, Chris wouldn't have started Cycle Source 27 years ago and spent his whole life,
You bastards.
working for motorcycling. That, so
I could have been something.
And even more of a reason why I don't answer his calls when he calls me.
There's, when we were visiting with Stogie the other day at Palm Beach Harley, and he was telling us about people harassing employees, and he's like, I've thrown a couple of people out of the store the last couple of days. Like, they'll come in flailing and yelling, and he's like, and then I have to, like, put the thug away for a minute because I'm about to whoop an ass on the showroom floor. But he's like, the funny thing is these guys are like, that's it, I'm gonna go buy something else, and he raised a good point. He's like, great, so you say you're not a Harley customer anymore, and you go buy some other bike, and then in 90 days, when no one cares about this story anymore and it's all over, at the end, you own a goddamn Indian.
Yeah.
Who also has the same exact policies everyone's mad about. They just took them down off the website as soon as it went bad.
right.
Oh my God.
And I guess the big thing here, like, at the end of the day, the way the motorcycle community is, it's not about what you ride. It's that you ride. Period. That's
Except for guys on Gold Wings.
What's
Yeah.
that?
And Victory Visions.
Yeah. Screw those guys.
Oh God. Sparky is killing me tonight, dude.
Right.
He says,
So-
wait, you got to let me get to
alright,
some
go
of the
ahead.
fun stuff too. This is kind of heavy, so just hang on. Sparky says, HC is just one of the stocks I have. My main interest in American economy. I have Polaris too, but he gets down to say, oh no, it was Dirty Dog says, as a motorcycle community, we can all support every misfit that wants to join us, as long as it isn't the cops
Those
or
are
the rich.
some of the biggest misfits I know. Are you kidding me? Wait a minute.
Oh God.
I mean, I don't know
That is
how
the
many...
oldest thing. Who was it, Jesse James, who said, like, how many times do you think a guy in a chopper has been pulled over on the highway by a motorcycle cop behind him, and he is sitting on that cop's old bike that he chopped up?
Right?
Yeah, right.
Oh, I'll tell you what. you said earlier that your friends are assholes.
So I have a question.
Yeah,
Somebody
yeah.
kept asking about slingshots. I need to know if you were serious or not. I'm just curious. Asking for a friend.
So, me and everyone I know, we have a general hatred of slingshots. Just like a overall, they should not be on Earth because it's a car. It's a car. It's okay. I'm sure it's a fun little car. I'm sure it's a lot of fun to drive around and go to whatever events you like to go to, but keep them the hell out of our motorcycle rallies. That's
Amen.
a general consensus among the,
Can I get an amen?
Amen. It is a car.
Yeah.
It
It's a
has
car.
steering wheel. It has pedals. It is not a motorcycle. It is a car.
It's a car.
And I
So
don't know
why
about
the
you,
hell
but
do they
I don't
keep
wear
taking
a car
them to
when
our
I'm
rallies?
driving in my Chevy Equinox. I
Dude,
don't wear a
and
helmet.
they're starting to make special events within the motorcycle rally just for
Yep.
them.
No. Mm-mm.
I think they need to have their own events away from us and not near us at all. They can go do their thing. That's fine. Have slingshot rallies. They're not going to be very exciting, and no bands are going to play them. But you should have your own thing away from us.
Well, you don't need a
And-
band
and-
to play them. They all have their own stereo systems with
Oh
disco
my
lights.
God.
Right.
You know what's going to happen here now, right? Next week, Robbie
Oh, we're gonna
Starbucks
be
is going to be
haters.
talking about all of us.
Oh boy.
The good thing is, I think if he attacked all of
over
us,
slingshots.
only people who would get mad are people who are not bikers. Because I think all the bikers should be like, I'm going to find you. Because we are them. He is not one of us. That's the whole
Right.
thing. Like, he's
Yeah.
not, he needs to stay somewhere else. But yeah, slingshots need to go away. And my buddy Tony, Satan's Child, in the side chat, we have an ongoing joke about how he said he's going to buy a new slingshot because they're the greatest motorcycle. Like he
It's
texts
not
that
a
to me once a
motorcycle.
week.
It's
Yeah,
not
he
a
texts
motorcycle.
me pictures of him sitting in them.
You're gonna buy a new car.
He was going to rent one. He was going to rent one at Daytona and show up on my campsite and just say, "Look at my new bike."
So
just to-
I'm
just to be
sorry,
a jerk.
slingshots can park outside at SmokeOut because they are
Yeah.
not a motorcycle. It is a motorcycle event.
Hey,
Like in traffic, can they park in traffic? Can we do that?
And I will say this, the caveat is I have people emailing like daily, can I bring my golf cart to SmokeOut? No, it is a motorcycle event. You can bring your mini bike, you can bring your pit bike, you can bring your motorcycle, but it is not a golf tournament. So unless you are handy capable, you cannot have a golf cart.
So let's
Or a four-wheeler, or a side-by-side.
Let's talk
or-
about one of the more qualified comments I saw come past here. You have to be willing to discuss your likes and dislikes about something, anything you're passionate about, like this culture. This includes the ability to think rationally about what the real issues are and not just get caught up in the social means hype. Mrs. Monkey.
Did you check out Hendrix's comment? It's a North Carolina slingshots and automobile. Seems
It's an
suspiciously
autocycle.
trans.
It doesn't know what it is.
Oh, Mark,
it's a-
you're hysterical.
Mrs. Monkey, I
Wow.
love you.
Oh, we're in big trouble. Big trouble.
I love you too. I heard her.
That is
How
fantastic.
come, Monkey? How come your better, prettier half is not on screen with you?
It's not my choice.
Hey,
I don't know. She's over here.
it's a blanket
holding court.
invitation.
A blanket?
Holding court. She's making sure you say
Yeah,
everything right.
she literally's got her blankie and her phone so she can comment right now. Like,
Oh, wait a minute. Rat rods are an exception.
Oh yeah, rat
So
rods.
that's a totally
rat
different
rods are
story.
more than welcome.
This is a
Smokeout.
custom culture event.
Yeah. Now wait a minute.
I will say though,
Great. Somebody's going to show up with a custom slingshot. Real nice, Heather.
I will say that if you've had a libation or 17, golf carts can be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
True. However, no.
However, what?
We actually, at the Buffalo Chip a couple of years ago, put so many people on the back of our. We actually own one because we're Floridians and it's a law. If you live in Florida, you have to have a golf cart.
Yeah, I kind
And-
of thought that.
We put like 8 people in the back of ours, and we were going through the Buffalo Chip with the front wheels up in the air. Like, it was a blast. That was a lot of fun. But then again, there were some Fireball involved. Which, by the way, I need a shot of Fireball.
Uh-oh.
Oh, do you got the good
Yeah,
stuff?
you can. You
She
can
got
say
the
the
good
golf
stuff.
carts are a ton of fun. You can ask that guy at the the Broken Spoke years ago that lent Pat Patterson his.
Oh, dude.
Jump the thing off the pole steps.
Hey, listen, you weren't too the one that Heather was driving. How about that?
What,
That
the one I
got-
crashed into a Jersey barrier?
Yeah, that one got bent up too.
Oh,
So things Heather has in common with Pat Patterson for 500 hours.
Oh boy.
dude. I hit that sucker so hard, the golf cart landed on, moved the Jersey barrier 5 feet, and the golf cart landed on top of it. It was not pleasant.
So she's
Serving shots.
do it, man, do it. Shots under the blanket.
Damn it.
Wait, easy trigger.
Wow.
I'm super sad
That's a
this is
whole
never
nother
really going to
story.
be at SmokeOut. Hey,
That's a
This
whole
is the
nother
small
ball.
batch.
That's the
good stuff
good
here.
stuff.
This is
Hey,
hey,
Yeah.
beautiful.
I'm just gonna take my shot now. Ching ching.
salute.
Ching, ching.
Okay, Ken says, couldn't disagree more. Slingshots are registered as a motorcycle. Just deal with it. I know a few old bikers that have them because they can't ride anymore. Hope you're joking.
Okay. That's a valid point. Anything that keeps you riding, but why not get a trike? Because slingshots
Right.
are not easy to get in and out of. It's
No.
not. It's certainly no easier than a
Right.
trike.
But you know, Ken,
Like to get, it's a bucket. You're like getting down on a bucket.
Right.
There's no way
Yeah.
that's any easier.
No.
And never, I mean, just as a little lesson, in my opinion, never use registration as your argument point. That doesn't work. The way something's registered, half of the choppers I know don't have registration, so that's not really,
Yeah, right.
that's not really a thing.
Hey,
Or the plate comes up to a bagger.
you know, Ken, this
oh
is
no,
one
listen,
of those
everything that
areas-
we own comes up to a 1997 Sportster.
That bike has 9 license plates.
Yep. Yep. You
Yeah,
know,
I was going to say for years, every bike that we built had the plate from my '03 Sports Stone, remember?
So-
till we lost that.
as far as the slingshots go, it's one of those things that everyone is entitled to their opinion. I don't particularly think that they are motorcycles. Tiger, how about a Spider? You know,
It has handlebars.
it has handlebars,
does.
and I've heard a lot of phenomenal things about them, especially for people who have mobility issues or, you know, things like that. So, yeah, I mean, it's a trike. It's just kind of reverse, so to speak. But I've heard great things about them. Unfortunately, there's no way to make them look cool.
Well, I haven't seen yet.
I haven't seen a way to make them
What
look
the-
cool yet, but if it keeps you on the road on 2 or
God
3
bless.
wheels, God bless you. Without
What was-
pedals or a steering wheel.
What was the what were the ones that they gave us in New Orleans that year to test ride? You remember that?
Yeah, those were spiders.
Yeah,
The ones
they
we had
could
to do the
jump a
breath-
sidewalk.
We had to do
they
the
can jump a
breathalyzer before
sidewalk
we
like
rode.
nobody's business.
Wait, what's a
would've failed.
registration?
Yeah. Yeah, they literally, Monkey literally made us blow in tubes. And they didn't do it to anyone else. Like when we walked up, it was the whole Cycle Source crew and the Lead Sled crew. And they were like, hey, you guys mind blowing in these tubes? And we're like, "Pfft, it's early in the morning. We're good.
Yeah, right.
I
Some
would've
of us
been like,
probably still shouldn't
no.
have passed.
I'm not okay with that.
Trippin' Trikes, I think Vanderhall is a car too. It's got a steering wheel
car.
and pedals. It's a car.
They're cool. but
It's a
they're
car.
cars.
It's a bitchin' car.
Yeah. That's the funny thing about slingshots and Vanderhalls. Like, they're not uncool. They're not terrible. I think slingshots are too big. Like, they take up so much space.
I just don't think they're
It's as big as a
motorcycles.
car. Like, it's huge. But it's just a neat little car. I just don't understand why they try to shove it down our throats as it's like including it in the motorcycle world. It just isn't.
It's just not.
I don't know why.
I agree.
Hey, but my alter ego just said the only cool slingshots are the one that you can shoot street lights out with.
You know, this is not entirely true because in my country,
So, Bagger Bader, I have to agree with you. Somehow they have to design a Spider to not look like a snowmobile. If they could figure that out, I would probably own one. Honestly, like one of my best friends in the world, she started her motorcycling on a Can-Am, and she rode that way for 3 or 4 years before she moved to 2 wheels. So, I mean, I think they're great.
Trippin' Trikers saying Morgan. Now, a Morgan trike, man, that's gonna be a tough one to argue against because those things are old school cool.
I don't know that I
Yeah.
know
But
what
it's a
that
car.
It is. It
They're
is.
really
I know.
cool.
It is.
They have
There's-
like, what are they? SNS 124 Evos or something on the front of them
120,
too.
yeah.
Like, they're really cool, but it's a car. It has a steering wheel.
I don't
You know,
think
like,
I know what a
but they're
Morgan
cool.
Trike is.
They're so badass. I gotta put a picture of one up.
That's like that's a car. I see it. That's a car.
It has a wooden frame too, which is interesting.
I know, but if
They're
it
so
has a
cool.
steering wheel, brake pedals, and gas pedals, it is a car.
Bill
a car.
Stevens, snowmobiles are cool.
They
You're
are
absolutely
cool.
right. I love snowmobiles.
But like we said, if we can make anything cool and customize it, that's a whole different story
Yeah.
compared to a standard everyday slingshot.
Like, listen,
know?
this thing right here. If you are the person that owns this Morgan 3-wheeler, you are absolutely welcome to bring that to SmokeOut.
Oh, I would love to see
That
that.
thing's
Oh, dude,
cool
for
as
sure.
shit.
That's super cool.
But it's a car.
Just look at them; they're all super unique, man.
But it's
It is
a car.
It's a car. Look, it has a car number plate. If we want to use registration as the justification, it's got a car number plate on it. It's a car.
So, okay, very, very important debate going on in the side chat. Is Fireball whiskey?
No, it's a liqueur.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's a very important thing going on in the side chat. I'm just saying.
I mean,
So it doesn't matter,
it's
it's good.
66 proof.
Doesn't matter
It's
what it
not
is.
beer. You know what I mean? But it is. I think it's a liqueur. They call it a whiskey, and legally somehow it's classified as a whiskey, but it's not. I would call it a
I
liqueur
don't know,
because it's
Fireball
really
is
sweet.
Fireball.
Mark?
Well, we need to get to the bottom of a couple bottles and figure that out.
Oh, I'll figure everything
Well,
out.
I'll
after
tell
a
you,
couple
they
bottles.
brought that small batch to Sturgis, Mark. It does not
Yeah.
suck.
Oh.
Not even a little bit.
I like that stuff. I was always a fan.
Mm.
I know I like the little meme there that the girl
Wait,
says,
monkey, wait.
Man, this
Oh,
candle
too late.
smells like Fireball.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, were you gonna do a toast?
What?
No, I was going to have him send that one out to Sparky to say thank you.
Oh, we'll do another one.
Oh, do another one.
Oh.
I'll do one for Sparky. Let's go.
Oh, okay. The wife will do one for Sparky.
Okay, so I want to
Well,
know
there
when
you go.
Mrs. Monkey is going to be able to come to SmokeOut. How come she has to be the responsible one?
I know.
There's a very long and involved story there, and it's not by my choice at all. I would love to have her there. So we have a psychopathic dog,
Yeah.
Thank you, Sparky.
and we don't have anyone who can watch him because here's the fun thing. I won't have my wife at SmokeOut this year, which is a tragedy. But do y'all know that my father is coming?
No
No.
way.
Oh boy.
Old Man Monkey is riding 800 miles from St. Louis on his trike.
That is
That's
cool as
awesome.
shit.
So yeah, he'll be there, and that's why I asked if Trikes can be used at the shithouse drags.
Yes.
Because I described the whole race to my father in detail, and as an older gentleman, he's smart and is like, well, gentleman, I use the word very loosely, but he's like, he's like, I'm fragile and break real easy, but that sounds awesome, and I think that you and your buddies should take my trike and win.
Well, I
there
think
you go.
he should be the pilot and you should be the co-pilot.
Oh no, we can't. We tried that before, and it stands straight up with my fat ass in the back of it.
The wheelie on.
We did. We friggin' ground his mufflers down when that thing was a week old because I got on the back and he friggin' just dumped the clutch and we slammed the mufflers on the ground and ground the tips off. Like it just stands straight up.
We may actually have developed a new corporate campaign for Fireball right here on this
Oh my
program
God.
tonight.
It's new tagline.
Yeah.
Thanks to
Hog-
Hoghead Bill.
Fireball makes conception wonderful and childbirth a pleasure.
Hoghead's funny. He is a
Wow.
cool. Yeah, we ran into him. He watched the channel forever, and we're standing there at the Needle's Eye at Sturgis year before last, and we just start talking to this guy. He's the coolest guy. We're bullshitting for like 10 minutes, and he goes, "Oh, by the way, I'm Hoghead Bill." I was like, dude, like we knew the name from side chat and everything. He's a blast. He's a lot of fun.
So good. Oh my
He needs
All
to come
right.
smoke out.
So-
But he's Canadian, so it's a long way. He's from Canada. I don't know.
He's from Canada. So I want to talk real quick about one of the things Monkey is going to do at SmokeOut, aside
Oh,
from
yeah, buddy.
one of the things that we're actually
supposed to hear
condoning
this?
him. What are you going to I forgot what you were going to call it. So he's
Oh,
gonna,
the other thing.
Yeah,
I'm
the
thinking about the
cycle
wrong
shuttle.
thing. I was getting ready to put up pictures of his bike.
Oh.
Go ahead, though.
I was
Oh,
talking
no.
about
Please,
so-
continue.
Monkey is Monkey Wrench Trivia Tour. So that's what we're going to call Monkey's version of Cycle Shuttle. We are, in this particular instance, going to give him one of our staff golf carts to give people tours around SmokeOut while answering motorcycle trivia questions. It's going to be fun. There's going to be prizes. There's going to be laughter. There's going to be a lot of walking for people that don't know motorcycle stuff.
It's like Cash Cab at the motorcycle rally.
Cash cab, yeah.
Yep.
That's pretty awesome.
Amber, 18 is acceptable. Under 18 is not. However, you are fully responsible, and I expect him not to drink on my property. Fair enough? Wah, wah.
I'm trying to find the video from the Cash Cab.
Monkey is going to place 10th.
This is a
year
terrible
career
idea.
at
I'm just
SmokeOut.
telling you right now, it's a terrible idea.
Says you'll be the
No, it's
pilot comes the
what I'm going to
co-pilot.
do is end
They
up seeing the
don't
golf
get
cart come back without you in it.
Someone else doing it. Here,
Right.
wait. I think I found it.
Let's see. So Sparky has a 101 Scout. What year is your Scout? Oh.
Lifestyle is brought to you by Law Tigers, America's motorcycle lawyers.
Okay, here we go. That's good. Okay, so this is Cycle Shuttle. This is how it goes. 5 questions, motorcycle related or related to the state of Texas.
Ooh,
If you get all 5, you win a prize. If not,
we dump you wherever you
Wherever
miss
you're
the last one.
you get a sticker pack just for playing.
Oh, cool. Okay, put that in your pocket.
Here we go.
All right, first one's super easy. What was your first motorcycle?
Yamaha XT 500.
Okay, this one's related to the state of Texas. Davy Crockett was quoted as making a famous Texas quote. He said, "Y'all can go to hell, I'm going to."
Davy Crockett. You're all going.
Y'all can go to hell, I'm going
I'm going to. Oh, come on. You should know Davy Crockett.
The Alamo.
Oh, dump them out right there if they don't
Right?
know.
Yeah,
right?
pretty much do.
to. Okay.
I have that bumper sticker on my toolbox.
So
Yeah,
I think
especially being from Texas.
we were at
Right.
an AMCA that was at Texas Fandango, and we had really hard questions for people. But one of the best parts was being able to teach them things about motorcycles. So you have to throw a couple softballs in there, and then some like, what were the AMF?
I love that
years?
you're so good and sweet. The best part was when they got too much wrong and we threw them the hell out.
True.
That was the best part. Because they were just like, really?
Bye. The thing, I don't know if that's going to work at SmokeOut because it's not a massive property. Like being dumped off at the farthest point is still very doable.
You could bring them
So-
all the way out to the back of the campground.
We could do that. But that now that's extra mean. They're like, hang on, I have to take you really far
Oh, that's
away
what
and then
we
kick
did.
your ass
We
out.
like did loops around the whole
Just
property.
always,
We
always
weren't
make
nice.
sure they're at the bottom of a hill.
Oh,
Always
and
make
this
sure you're
could
down by the
lead-
racetrack when you throw them out.
According to Bagger Baiter, this could lead to a new game. If Monkey doesn't come back in the cart, we could then call Find the Drunk Monkey. That could be quite, I mean, I'm down.
Some guy walks out and goes, I found this fat asshole in my camper. What is going on? Like,
And you win a prize.
I was making a sandwich.
Oh, so good.
I think I'm going to bring those small fireball bottles, and if you get a question right, you get to take a shot.
Yep.
But then if you get a question wrong, you have to take a shot.
I think if you had to get a question wrong, you have to take 2.
My
A lot of people
goal,
are gonna be going
and
for
also I think we
rides.
should do this with several personalities. We should do this with, Steve Royals. We should do it with Steve Royals and a
Yeah.
couple other people in the rig. And my goal will be to have everyone so wasted by like Friday afternoon that nothing can get done. The bike shows can't go. Like everyone's just falling down drunk, and I can just sit back and I've
did
done
this.
something.
I single-handedly killed SmokeOut.
I have accomplished my goal.
Oh shit. So on a serious
The
note,
man,
let,
yeah, that'd be the man that took down the SmokeOut.
let's talk about the real business at hand at SmokeOut is this little thing right here, boy.
There ain't nothing little about that thing.
Huh?
Oh, the bike. Yeah.
So you
Fat guy on a little bike.
you are all set and ready, right?
I am now, and we could not get it to run right. That motor I rescued out of a bike that the previous owner, it's cool as hell. A lady had commissioned a bike to be built in the mid '90s, before the chopper craze. So I really impressive that this lady named Natalie, she went through a nasty divorce and was pissed off and decided to give herself a present. So she had Red Racing in Boca. Red Racing's still around, pretty respected motor builder, build this purple bike. We nicknamed the Purple Nurple. She passed away, and her siblings were like, it's not titled. Natalie was kind of gangster. This thing never had a title, never had a plate. She just rode it anyway and didn't care. And they sold it to me. Now, when I got it, tires were flat and split. Every piece of chrome was shot. The tank was not salvageable, et cetera, et cetera. And I just saw the motor sitting there and thought, well, that's going to be useful somewhere. And brought it home and pulled it apart. I actually gave the roller to Bill Stevens. So Bill has the tank, the frame, the forks, swing arm, wheels, tires, all that stuff off the Purple Nurple. And then I bought a Pawco frame and 6-over front end, and then started from there. So it's a 98-inch S&S with STD heads that had a G carb on it, and we could not get it to run right. Like, it was just, everyone kept saying it's too much carb, it's too much carb. Everybody's saying that. Like, you might be able to get it dialed in, but it's too much carb. And finally, just a few days ago, I threw my hands up and was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And Cavender Cody, which y'all know, he'll be at SmokeOut. He's got that badass teal Road Glide with pink flames.
Yeah.
Just a great dude. Was like, man, why didn't you tell me you had a problem? And he went out into his shop and pulled a CV carbon manifold off the shelf and said, it's in the mail. His wife ran up and sent it to me and said, just change it out. It's way more forgiving. And I changed that out, cleaned it up, put it on there, and the bike runs flawlessly now. Just no issues. Goes down the road just fine. So it'll be there. And I was actually, there was a point, I didn't even tell you this, Chris. There was a point where I was like, I'm going to have to pull out if I don't feel like I can safely do the proving ride. My fear was, it was even dying from time to time, loading up or going too lean or something and dying. And I'm like, I can't ride a bike in a proving ride that could die and someone else pile up behind me because of, you know what I mean? Like, I can't do that. If I can't trust it to get down the road, I'd have to say, here it is, but don't judge it because it doesn't run safely. And now it does. So now I'm like, all's right with the world. You know, we can be there and feel like I at least have a complete motorcycle. So
I want to know
it's
how
fun.
many times Mrs. Monkey wanted to kill you in the last week.
It's all I've done for freaking how long? 8 months? That's all I've done.
She's like, I'm so glad it's over.
Yeah, I am. I'm glad to. I'm like, I love SmokeOut. It's the best friggin' event. We're gonna have a blast. But I'm also looking forward to being past it. You know, to where
You
I can
and
just
me
go back
both.
to riding and being an idiot. You know.
Yep, amen.
Well, in the interim though, you've built 2 incredible motorcycles. Like your track record on chopper projects is solid in my book.
So
I appreciate that. The funny thing is, I think I'm way better with modern bikes. Bill Stevens tells me that when I'm always like, screw this shit, I can't do it, I'm done with this, da da da. Bill's always like, but these freaking modern baggers you've built are amazing. I'm like, those are easy. Modern bikes are Legos, man. There's nothing to a modern bike, tearing them down. And the whole, and this isn't a dig, but the entire performance bagger movement, everything is bolt-on. The whole bike, you know what I mean? Like unless you're machining stuff, but all that really cool high-dollar stuff, the suspension and risers and forks and lowers and all that amazing stuff they made for that, that's all stuff that's off the shelf that you just like install, you know what I mean, on your bike. It's so much easier to customize one of those than these old ones that you have to weld on a mount for your license plate. And, you know, your fender, they don't just super glue onto the frame, you know, you have to actually weld a mounting system to it and all that kind of stuff. Whereas like modern baggers, there's a bolt and a fastener and it comes apart and goes back together and it's just, everything fits, you know?
Dude, that brings me up. I was going through your website and I came across these hats. I love this. I love this.
That's actually Ricky Bongo, who gives me shit all the time. I'm like, I know, man. I know I'm an assembler, not a builder. I did do quite a bit of welding on that damn thing, but it's a joke. I don't get bent out of shape over it. You know,
Well,
I know.
I think it's great.
Dude, listen, honestly, like I said, the 2 bikes, you know, and I'm not just saying this to try to lessen the sting of the trophy that's over your right shoulder. We are super proud of you for both of those bikes. But yeah, these guys are not going to let up about that trophy.
No, it's good. It's good. So
That's
real-
because my friends are dicks.
Your friends are great. So real quick, I want to thank Monkey. Chris, I don't know if I told you this, but I was running some stuff about Tankful by him on Friday. And I sent him a preview link of the tanks, and he immediately on his live show on Friday night
right on.
started pushing it. And he has been a huge supporter of the project since day one, and I just really wanted to thank him for jumping on that for us.
It's awesome.
It's
It's awesome.
Almost, I think
I wish we could start earlier and get
Well,
more people to
the-
know about it and make these things insanely expensive.
The hardest thing is actually getting the tanks. You know, and I even set my deadline earlier this year, and I still am waiting for a good majority of them. But I have 21 tanks this year.
There's some really,
which is
really cool
incredible.
stuff.
So the auction is live. The current tanks are being loaded onto the website as we speak. But I'm super excited about it. It's a great cause, great event, and I'm going to throw the link to the auction so people can actually see the tanks. If they want to check them out and start bidding, they can.
And by the way, Twin Cam Tom says that he's an asshole, not a dick.
He's both.
Get your facts straight.
Dick, I don't know if you know who Twin Cam Tom is. He's been at the rally stuff. That is the world's best camp chef and bartender.
Oh, he's
Like-
the one that makes the old fashioned, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Even has a Yelp review. And everything.
Yeah.
What's that?
He mistakenly invited us to his campsite at a state park not that long ago, and he made dinner for everybody. And I made the joke that when he's cooking, it takes too long for him to make a drink. So I sat there and I created a Yelp review for that location and named it Meadows Camp Grill, and I gave him 3 stars and said that drink service was slow. And at Sturgis this year, when we had my birthday, we had a big, what we call the family dinner, everybody together, cooked something. And he had a shirt printed with that Yelp review on the shirt.
That's
because he's
awesome.
still so pissed off he only got 3 stars.
Your birthday's in Sturgis? How do we not know this?
Yeah, every year.
What
every
day?
year, yeah.
When's your birthday?
August 5th.
Aw.
So
We have to remember that.
I first turned, was it 14 in 1990 at Sturgis with my dad's buddies at the Buffalo Chip. It was a terrible idea.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Haley Page, real quick, says,
She has a couple questions.
are you all doing burnouts and wheelies? What exactly is the Sportster thing?
All right. So yeah, we do burnouts, wheelies. The
Oh,
Sportster
this
thing.
is the smokeout?
I assume you're talking about the Sportster Showdown. The Sportster
Oh.
Showdown is a Sportster bike show, but there's a burnout contest and
There's
all
4
sorts of
different
cool
bike
stuff.
shows at Smokeout.
As far as age, 18 with a parent or 21 on your own. That's the rule.
What do you mean?
She asked earlier if it was a 21 plus event. You can be 18 if you're there with a parent.
Why
or-
do you have to have a parent with you if you're 18?
Because your parent is hopefully going to be responsible and tell you not to drink.
Oh.
I'm just saying. Not helping. Not helping.
Amelia, that stays between us.
Do I have to change this to a 21 plus event now?
No.
Because you,
Nope. Craig Ferry's in the house. What's up, buddy?
Nice change.
See
Let's
that?
see.
Shifting gears, just like pow.
Yeah, right.
Shelton,
So this
I know
participation
all this.
trophy was really amazing.
Shelton, I know all this
Yeah,
is
go
not-
ahead. Let's hear about it.
So check this
That's-
out, Monkey. Shelton had his bike together, and now he does not.
Let him talk about
Oh,
his
no.
trophy. Oh yeah, the whole way back, dude. The whole way back to the frame. The whole way back to the frame.
What the hell happened?
Oh,
What the hell?
I didn't wire it.
What the hell? Stop saying that.
That normally that happens when I wire something. It has to go all the way back down to the frame. I didn't do it.
and here's the bad thing. We had already had the whole shoot done for the magazine.
And now we have to
He
reshoot
changed the
it.
paint completely, and now we have to reshoot it even. Whole thing.
I'd put it in there with the old paint job.
Brian Goody, what other 4 what other 4 shows? The 4 bike shows are the Gathering, which is an FXR and performance show, the Perowitz Paint Show, judged by the one and only Dave Perowitz, King of Flames, the Sportster Showdown, and the Cycle Source Ride and Custom Bike Show. So there's 4 bike shows at SmokeOut.
444.
4 and 4. 4 and
I think there
24.
needs to be a Pearwitz Paint Show category that is the done with a rattle can in the garage.
Oh.
That's what mine is.
No shit.
Hey, did you?
Yeah, it the whole thing for like and it's just like the more you go along in the smokeout process and you meet the other builders online and stuff, you're like, oh, these guys really know what they're doing. I don't, like I'm just a freaking idiot. So I leaned into it and was like, I don't even have a lift, so it's just on a jack, building it all just myself. And I had my buddy Carl. He rattle can. He may have a gun, so I think he did the shadowing with an airbrush, but it's in his garage. He is not a professional. He's a carpenter.
Right on.
So he painted it in his garage, which is why it's not going to stand up. And Carl knows that to other paint jobs, but it's as garage build as you get.
Daniel H, real quick. If you're gonna stand for your 20-year-old brother, we'll figure out something for you. Now Heather's
No, I
pissed at
said
me.
yes. No, I said yeah.
Monkey, get your trophy out.
Show us that trophy again. Dude, we have to have a little segment that every time something gets tight, he pulls the picture of him with that trophy out.
Like this. Monkey, the trophy.
It's from the Black Hills Boogie this year, because everyone here doesn't know the story, that all the judging was done, and Twin Cam Tom in the side chat is now the caretaker of Brown Sugar, the sporty chop I built last year. And Brown Sugar took best chopper this year at the Black Hills Boogie and beat my current bike. So I was just like, I thought it was hilarious. I legitimately was like, I so love the fact that the bike I built last year beat the bike I built this year. And I went up to Chris and laughed about it. Seriously, was not bent on a shave. That was funny. And then 10 minutes later, I hear a whole lot of cackling hens behind me, and it's Daniel and Tom and all them. And this trophy is sitting on my new bike with a frickin' paper towel.
Did you keep the note?
Stuck over the mirror with a handwritten note from Chris saying, "Participation trophy, you go, little buddy." And I am damn proud of my participation trophy, because it's in fact the same one that Sugar got, so it doesn't matter. It's all the same thing. And then I have that napkin still, that
You
paper
have to
towel. It's in my
laminate it or
desk.
something. You have to keep that forever,
I'm gonna frame it.
because that's like the real trophy.
Dude, and the worst thing is, like, his buddies came up with this whole deal. Like they came up with the note, they came up with everything,
But you wrote it. You didn't resist.
but it was their idea.
I'm pretty sure they
please
didn't
do
say,
not
"You
do
go,
that."
little buddy."
No, that was me.
Oh yeah, I can tell you when you hear that, it either came from Chris or from me, most definitely.
Yeah. Look at you.
Behind
you
Rudy,
build a motorcycle.
behind Rudy's fairing says you need to bring that trophy to smoke out and display it with the bike.
Oh, you have. Oh, I hadn't even thought of that.
It's great.
Of course, it's coming.
So good.
I was gonna bungee cord it to the headlight like Wild One or whatever. Like,
Marlin.
yeah, there you go.
Barando. Right on, man.
How many people on here are coming to SmokeOut? Like everybody, I hope.
That sounds like it.
I'm so I'm starting to get excited. Chris didn't hesitate one bit. I'm sure he didn't. He's a shit stirrer,
I'm easily led astray.
right?
Stop now.
I'm fired up for that quiz thing in the golf cart. We're
That's
gonna
gonna be
really alienate some people and make them angry. We're gonna. That's gonna be fun.
Any taking bail money just in case? Or
No.
Oh, we have a bail bondsman that's coming. What are you talking about? We're totally fine.
And there is no phone a friend.
Yeah. No. Oh no. None. Not at all.
No,
And if
there
you
is none.
and if you say something like, you know what? One of the questions is going to be, is a slingshot a motorcycle? If you say yes, I'm going to kick your ass off a moving golf cart.
Oh yeah. Yep. You should when you
You're
do
going to see
that-
someone tumble down the hill. Just a little bit.
Like,
Ejection
when you
seat.
do that,
You
you
need an
should drive
ejection
them
seat.
over to Dollar General and drop them off there.
Hey, what do you have against
It's only
Dollar
30
General?
miles. See you later.
Daniel H. I walked up to Chris with a napkin and he didn't skip a beat. You bastards.
My friends are dicks. I told you.
Sometimes you got to call a spade.
Speaking of which,
you know what I'm
there's a
saying?
photo of a recent gathering right there behind me. It's Twin Cam Tom there. So
Yeah, buddy.
it's going to be I think it's going to be a big attendance this year. It feels like everybody's going.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
It's good. I'm happy.
It's good.
Really upset I'm busy that weekend.
You are not. You shut your filthy mouth.
So let's go over this part of it. SmokeOut does have an invited builder gallery, the Legends Gallery, put on by Cycle Showcase's own Randy Nolge.
Mm-hmm.
There's all of our builders. You can check that out on the website now. They're all up and live. All of our events you can see start to finish. Everything we have planned for the weekend, it's packed.
I don't know how we fit so many events into 3
this
days.
is a good one too. Now that's not the right thing. The Kickstart contest is new for this year. We're gonna do it right in front of the main stage at 6:30 on what day? Friday. So
Derek Taylor, you live in Salisbury?
Get over to what?
Derek Taylor, you live in Salisbury?
Yeah, Derek, we need
Derek,
help.
we need to talk to you.
We need help.
I need to talk to you.
DM us.
Listen, Linda, you're not listening. I need to talk to you.
DM us.
Derek.
We need a site visit and we need a graffiti artist.
I've had a couple reach out. You just have to answer them because I don't know what you want.
I need a graffiti artist.
I'm a pretty good body painter with finger paints.
I was just to say, I'm hell with a crayon.
Sorry.
Wow,
Where's the trophy? Get the trophy out.
Derek's only 10 miles away.
Derek, if you could send
That's
us
fantastic.
a direct message with your phone number so Chris could give you a holler tomorrow, that would be amazing.
I feel like when I go back and forth now, it's got to be like this.
So, Johnny, we're going to try and do some live stuff on Grease and Gears, but I'm going to be completely honest with you. Chris and I are very hands-on as far as running the event. So I can't promise anything, but we will try for sure.
All right, man. Well, listen, let's cut Monkey loose because we've had him on here all damn night.
Bye, Monkey.
I'm trying to take a shot. God damn it! What are you doing?
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, wait. Let's do a shot. Here, I'll do mine first.
Tony, where do you live if that's 5,000 miles round trip? Where you
Wait,
at?
we missed a shot.
Well, what do you want? This
Do
or
another
this
one.
or Damn it! Good God, Callan.
You got to start doing a shot out of the trophy.
Ooh, yeah, like the
I could drill. That's hollow, I'm sure.
like the Stanley Cup, right? Hey, Stanley.
Yeah, right?
Hey, Stanley. So Derek
Stanley.
Taylor,
Oh, this could totally be done. It comes apart nicely. Hang on.
Derek Taylor says, I got an awesome graffiti artist.
Oh,
Robert Kelly, I missed the smoke out and all of you. Be safe, have fun.
Wow, Robert, it's been forever.
Right on,
It's been
man.
forever. I hope you're well. He was a big supporter over at BMR too. Nice.
still disassembling. No, this is not going to work.
Oh.
And
I have a weird feeling that's going to be coming to the smoke out in
Yep,
pieces.
Daniel, we were doing trash at 2:30 in the morning last year. Hopefully we have a little bit better system in place this year, so maybe we can sleep every now and then, but it's worth it. I will change trash cans 24/7 if it means smoke out is killer.
Oh, dude. We got a lot of good stuff lined up, man. One of the things we definitely want to talk about over on the website, get over and check out this bike built by Logic Cycles. They're donating this motorcycle to raise money for Meals on Wheels. All these companies have signed on, Trask, Clockworks, Bagger Nation, NAMS, D&D, all these people, Wimmer, just to put together a cool custom motorcycle, $20 a ticket, 100% of the proceeds go to Meals on Wheels, rescuing elderly Americans from food insecurities in both Salisbury, North Carolina, and Spearfish, South Dakota. So go check that out.
Great bike, by the way.
We're
Great
going to
bike.
smoke out from South Dakota. How many miles is that?
A lot.
A lot. It's far. It's far.
It's a lot.
it's all the miles.
It's all the miles. But I
Yeah.
can't wait.
That would have That's going to be a hell of a ride.
I'm ready. Well, no, I'm
What's
almost ready.
meanwhile?
Oh, look, it's back together.
Yeah, but now it's upside down.
Oh, is it really? God damn it! Don't test ride my bike. I'm telling you, don't do that to yourself.
Robin Higginbottom, is there a rubber chicken involved?
I can fix it.
Yes, we have some of them.
I think it's.
We have a couple of those. Wait, that's
Famous
not upside
last
down.
words. I can fix it.
Free participation.
Shit. I mean, darn. Heather's gonna yell at me. I'm trying to.
You will have deserved it.
Yeah, but I love my Sturgis video this year. I actually said that we were going to a certain party that we used. That's called the Black Hills Boogie now, but its name has changed because of Mrs. Callan's.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
I said it in my video. I said the actual name, so
Did
you'd
you?
be mad at me.
it's okay.
It was the Pimp and Hoe party, the Black Hills Pimp and Hoe
Pimps and
party,
hoes.
and all of a sudden, it got hijacked.
That was the original
We're
name
back to
of
our
it.
earlier topic. There we go. Fixed.
It's like a new one.
Oh shit!
Matt Smith, you can't make it to SmokeOut? That sucks.
It does.
Bummer. Riding down from West Central Illinois. Nice. 1,383 miles from Mitchell. Thanks, mailman.
Look at that picture in the background. Oh, it just changed.
Yeah, but I'm looking at it right now. I'll tell you.
Shut up.
Steve Earle says, I'm still one of the original pimps.
Mm-hmm.
You and Mailman.
Right?
I have a video of Steve Rolls dancing.
Yep.
Poppy dancing.
Oh, Poppy's the best.
He's got moves.
That moves.
Bagger Batter. Chris and Heather, you need to hit Bike Fest at Lake of the Ozarks. We've been to Bike Blues and Barbecue, but Lake of the Ozarks, we do want to hit that one.
Yeah, we should.
We want to
Big
do
Randy's
Roscoe's
got
Chili
Psycho
Challenge, but I
Showcase.
think it overlaps my daughter's birthday or something like that.
When's your daughter's
'Cause that's-
birthday?
November 7th.
Yeah, we're going to be in Texas.
No, we should be done in Texas by
Will
then. Yeah, we should
Awesome.
be. That's Halloween.
Maybe we can hit Roscoe's.
Roscoe's is supposed to be stupid fun. I haven't been yet, but it's supposed to be
It's
an
supposed to
absolute
be. I've
blast.
heard very good things about it.
Yeah.
Roscoe's. Now I'm hungry.
And what is it, like an hour and a half from us, if even?
I was
It's
just going to
close.
say the same thing, Heather.
Wait a minute. Now, I can't say mailbox. I just can't
You
call
just
her.
did.
I can't call her that. I can't call her that. Mailman's old lady. I'll say that. How about that? She said, I think I was a pretty good hoe, too.
Well,
Oh, Cheryl.
Yep.
she's always fun.
Oh, Cheryl. I love you.
Did you notice we only did one news story tonight?
I know.
Yeah, that's okay. Monkey is way better than the news.
You know, there's a couple other cool pieces of news. I mean, some of the big news is other brands making some historical.
I wasn't complaining. I was
earmarks.
just saying that was the longest news story we ever did.
Triumph actually placed a podium at Unadilla. That's pretty.
awesome.
That's pretty cool. After all
Yeah.
these years, Triumph entering the fray, and that another motorcycle company, Can-Am, has unveiled its first two-wheel motorcycle in over 38 years,
Yeah.
but with one big catch.
Can you guess what it is?
They're electric.
Yep.
It was a thought they kind of.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. They started about 14 grand.
Have you seen the reviews of them yet? Fortnine did a review of them, and it wasn't kind.
Really?
Oh boy.
Yeah, there's a really great YouTube channel, Fortnine. I think they're sort of like a Dennis Kirk in Canada
Okay.
kind of thing. That's as I understand it, right? They're an online retailer, but their YouTube channel is great. There's this guy that does reviews. He's hilarious, and he did a review of those bikes. And the ADV bike, he said, is unfortunately fantastic. Like it's one of the best ADV bikes he's ever ridden in his life. But the range is so little, you could never get to where you would do the ADV riding.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
No.
This
Yeah,
is, I mean,
that's
you
what
know,
sucks.
when we think being kids of the 70s, when you think about Can-Am, man, like that's Can-Am,
Yeah.
right?
The Black
Right.
Widow.
Yep.
Yeah, they were the shit back then.
Oh, buddy.
I always like that. Hey, we could throw another good news story in there if anybody out there. The Jeff Holt deal. Apparently, he
Yes.
come up with some really good news.
Yeah, let's
And,
definitely give
things are-
some hell yes for that.
Yeah, things are hopefully looking real good for him, and wishing him the best.
Yep.
And for those of you that are in the right age group, if you have not had your PSA test done, for the love of God, go do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just go. It's a
he's-
simple
he's
blood
a-
test now. You don't even have to look away and cough anymore. Just go get a blood test.
Look
Sorry.
at that.
Yeah, that's cool right there.
Yeah, buddy. You had to be a man's man back then. You had to eat steak and smoke cigars to ride motocross in those days.
Right. Those things were monsters back then. I said my first dirt bike was a 125 Bataka. That thing weighed like
Oh, right.
1,100
Dude,
pounds.
the Batacos
If
were
it fell
sick.
over, 3 of us had to pick it up.
What are you wowing,
It's
Heather?
huge.
So I want to find this story that Nick says. Did you see a 5-year-old set a record at Bonneville? I need to see this story.
I didn't think you regular Bonneville, because I was going to say
That's
like
awesome.
the BMSTs. You're not allowed to be 5 years old. I don't think.
You have to. Yeah, I don't know. That's no. BMST is just started yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
Day before.
All right. Listen.
Okay, are we done?
Yeah, we're dragging on.
We're done.
Poor monkey.
I'm done with you.
Poor monkey. Look, he's even bored with
I'm
us.
done with all y'all.
I'm fine. I'm 4 or 5 shots in. I'm golden. It's a Sunday. That's like you normally do on a Sunday night, is sit and drink a bunch of whiskey.
Robin, are you saying our shows aren't fun?
Oh,
What?
I don't understand. Yeah, I'm done with all y'all. Bring
Delete
this
it.
train
Where's the
into
trophy?
station.
all right, buddy. Well, listen, I appreciate this more than you know, because I really was looking forward to having some conversation where we kind of went out of our comfort zone a little bit, and actually maybe more people will do a little bit of this if we all start actually sitting down. And yeah, sometimes it's going to sound like we're kissing the company's ass. Sometimes it's going to sound like we're adding into the bad sides of it. But if we have some conversation, we start feeling out what each other are thinking, maybe we're not that far apart, you know?
Yeah, I think it'd be great if those that are trying to create anger and rage and get everyone riled up, I think if we all start saying back to those people, why don't you find something else to do, and and those that feed into it and jump onto it and call dealers and do all that sort of silly stuff, you ought to feel ashamed of yourself. Like that, you need do some soul searching, because that ain't right. And actually, I believe probably those people that are that fired up about it and jumping in all the live stream side chats and names I've never seen before, they just want to come and yell and da da da. They probably don't even ride.
Yeah.
They just saw the story and just want to jump onto the negativity. And there's enough.
Right.
Life is hard enough
Dude, I was just going
without
to say
people
that.
creating fights.
Just going to say that. Try to remember at the other end of that phone or the other end of the computer, there's somebody that's just trying to make it through a day.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Why don't you get off the gas a little bit and just be a human being?
Yep.
And that goes for you, Robbie Starbucks.
Screw 'em.
All right, man. Well, listen, love to both of you guys. Can't wait to see you soon here in SmokeOut. And I'm sorry that I jumped in with your boys on the stupid trophy thing.
You would do it again if they
Don't
asked.
be. That was one of my favorite memories of this year. That was awesome.
Oh, shit.
He'll do it again. Don't worry. Trust me.
Oh yeah, I hope so.
It'll be my turn this time. Wait till him and Mark. They probably already have something planned for
jeepers.
SmokeOut. Him, Mark, and Jeff.
I had put dog shit under your purple chopper that night too. So.
That's right. I forgot all about that. That's how they got me on it.
Yep.
Well,
It was
Remember, he
plastic.
comes
It
up to
wasn't
me and said,
real, but
somebody put shit under my bike.
All right, listen, man. You guys, if you're not following this gentleman right here, I'm sure you are. I shouldn't even say if you're not following him. Celebrate his regular contributions and the adventures and antics he goes on. Instagram, Pro Monkey Rider. Facebook, Professional Monkey. YouTube, where you get all the good stuff. I need to see this episode.
Yeah.
That escalated quickly. I haven't seen that yet. Hit him up.
Yeah.
Hit him up at professional-monkey.com. Get some gear. Keep him in the game because his regular perspective on irregular motorcycle life is what keeps us going. Go check him out, Professional Monkey.
Thanks, bud. Thanks to y'all.
We'll see you at SmokeOut.
Yeah.
See ya.
All right, man. Later on. Good
So
show.
good.
It's
So
so much
good.
fun. So much
I
fun
think
when he comes on.
We need to have
That's
him
it.
on like
Dude, he's better than us.
every couple. Yeah,
He's
is.
better than us. He does a better job.
Dude, he's awesome.
And he has a trophy.
I think sometimes, and
He's probably holding it up right now.
All right.
so good.
Well, listen, man. This was the pre-smokeout show. I hope you guys you're okay with it being a little bit different. Normally, we do the whole, feature bikes and news, and we're a little more rigid about our schedule. But lots of stuff coming up. The invited builders for the Legends Gallery.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing that
The
is
whole
smokeout,
thing,
right?
smokeout,
yeah.
bike shows, bike games, mini bike races, dirt
bike,
drags,
biker,
outhouse
biker,
races.
biker,
Like it's gonna be a
biker,
biker weekend. Biker
Oh, boy.
And you can do some good. Make sure you get a ticket.
Wow. That was really loud. I totally
That was
lost
coming in
control.
hot.
Sorry.
Coming in hot. Sparky, there won't be a next week's show.
Nope.
Unfortunately, we will be getting ready for SmokeOut. We will be on site in Salisbury, North Carolina, getting ready to throw one hell of a party.
Wow, that was super loud. My ears are ringing though. Damn it.
I like that rubber down.
At least you
tape.
got it out there.
Had to get that promo in. I want everybody to see the Sex Machine one more time before we all head to Salisbury.
It's not too late to get your tickets. Go to smokeoutrally.com. You can get your tickets for SmokeOut. You can get your tickets to win the motorcycle, and you can bid on Tankful Tanks and all the things.
It's called
All the-
multitasking.
all the
All the
things.
things. All the things.
Yeah, right, Daniel. That Sean Jackson's inertia starting bike. Oh my God, that thing was crazy cool.
Super.
All
super
right,
cool.
Lulabelle, take us out of here. You
We're
say,
done,
you
y'all.
say,
I'm done
you
with all
say,
y'all.
you say all the stuff tonight. You say it all.
Thank you to Dennis Kirk for letting us in the back door for 284 episodes. We couldn't do this without you. Nobody's more surprised than us. Sharing is caring. I would normally say see you next week, but it'll be see you in a couple weeks because it's SmokeOut, y'all.
So we'll come back in a couple weeks, same chopper time.
Same chopper channel.
Smoke out Felicia.
What the hell?
Stop saying that.